Hey there, welcome back to Mind Pop's story. Last time, a timequake threw Iron Man into a futuristic city ruled by a darker version of himself. Now, he faces a question no hero wants to ask. What if the villain is you? In the shining city of Sky Nova, Iron Man hovered warily before his armored twin sleeker, stronger, with glowing violet eyes and a voice like cold steel. "You're me?" Tony asked. "A better version," future Iron Man replied. "I stopped wasting time. I took control." Suddenly, sky drones surrounded him. "You're a paradox here, but I'm offering you a deal," future Iron Man said. "Help me stabilize this reality or leave and let me erase you from existence." He extended a hand. In his palm, a shimmering cube hummed with temporal energy. It was the core, shrunken down. "It's our only chance," future Iron Man explained, seeing the look on Tony's face. "Rift may have escaped with the fragments, but they're unstable. They'll shatter the space-time continuum if I don't contain them." He paused. "And you can help me rule this reality, crush the rebellion once and for all." Tony stared at the core, then back at his doppelganger. "You wouldn't let him keep the shard, would you?" "No. In exchange for control," future Iron Man said, stepping aside, "this world is stable. Because I stopped the core from ever existing. Let Rift play with fragments. As long as I rule, time stays safe." He gestured to the swirling blue vortex above. "Look, you can see the timelines. They're protected. This reality is perfect. There's nothing to fix." Tony frowned. "You'd let him keep the shard?" Future Iron Man stiffened. "That is none of your concern." He turned away, but Tony noticed the flicker of uncertainty in those violet eyes. Was future Iron Man truly in control, or was he as afraid of the core as everyone else? Tony stepped forward, stopping just short of the glass bridge ahead. He could see the endless spires of future Iron Man's tech tower, 10 times taller than Stark Tower, stretching up into the clouds. Holograms of timelines floated in the air, each showing a version of Earth where Tony had failed to stop the core. They were trapped inside their own personal hells. But one timeline caught his eye. It showed the Avengers fighting alongside a familiar armored figure. It was Rhodey, War Machine, and next to him was Natasha, Black Widow. "Wait, are they?" Future Iron Man joined him. "You know them?" "Best friends. If they're here, maybe we can talk some sense into you," Tony said. "Maybe you're not too far gone." Future Iron Man shook his head. "Sense? They're prisoners like the rest. I stabilized this reality by imprisoning every hero who threatened it. Captain America, Thor, even that pathetic excuse for Spider-Man." As he spoke, holographic figures materialized beside them. Trapped within a force field, they struggled against their bonds. "Oh, come on," Tony said, holding up a hand. "You do realize that's kind of extreme, right?" Future Iron Man crossed his arms. "Only way to protect this reality. They broke the rules, interfered in matters of time. Now they pay the price. The timelines obey me now." He gestured toward the swirling vortex again. "Look, all of this exists because of the core, my power source. It's why I'm stronger, smarter, better." He turned, revealing the towering structure at the end of the bridge. It hummed with energy. At its center, a single blue eye stared back at Tony. "We need to shrink it. You understand that, right?" Future Iron Man nodded toward the eye. "That's how I stabilize this reality, one timeline at a time. But even my power isn't enough anymore. The fragments are too dangerous. They're attracting each other. Soon they'll shatter this reality forever." Tony felt a chill crawl up his spine. The core's fragments shattering time itself. The thought was terrifying. "Okay, then let's go," Tony said. "Let's get this thing contained before it's too late." They walked toward the mainframe together. But as they neared it, future Iron Man suddenly lunged. "I thought you'd understand," he snarled, repulsor beams already flying. I really thought you'd be on my side. Tony gasped as he blasted backward. The bridge cracked under his feet. I had hoped you wouldn't make me do this, future Iron Man said, but I will do whatever it takes to protect my reality. Even destroy you. The battle began. Repulsor beams clashed. Time-bending grenades exploded, warping the very fabric of reality. The sky shimmered and turned gold as both Iron Men battled across the swaying bridge. Tony dodged a blast, narrowly avoiding the edge. Below him, the swirling vortex gaped like a hungry beast. Whoa! He fired back, blasting future Iron Man off his feet. The force of the impact sent them tumbling over the railing. They tumbled through the air, plummeting toward the churning vortex below. Tony reached out to grab his doppelganger's arm. Maybe there was still good in him, some shred of the Tony he once knew. We can fix this. We can take the core back. To my time, he shouted over the wind. Future Iron Man snarled, his violet eyes blazing. You don't understand. My reality is perfect. Everyone here is better, stronger. His armor crackled with dark energy as he unleashed a final blast. Tony felt his stomach drop. The vortex loomed closer, growing larger by the second. But something flickered in future Iron Man's eyes. A hint of Tony's old blue peeking through the darkness. I used to think like you, future Iron Man whispered, the grandiosity draining from his voice. Used to think being stronger was the answer. Better, faster, more power. He closed his eyes, bracing for the end. But instead of the crushing pressure of collapsing timelines, Tony felt something warm wrap around him. He opened his eyes to see the golden glow of his own suit. Rhodey stood beside him, holding out a hand. Come on, Tony, Rhodey said. We got you covered. Behind him, the others materialized. Natasha, Steve, even Peter. I thought you guys weren't supposed to be here, Tony shouted, though he couldn't help grinning. Natasha gave him a sharp look. Yeah, well, turns out time travel is kind of complicated, she said. So, what now? The team looked at future Iron Man, who had slumped against the railing, defeated. I guess we bring him home, Tony said slowly. Reset the timeline. But as Peter moved to help future Iron Man up, he gasped. Guys, look. The portal above them was expanding, threatening to consume the entire plaza. From its depths, tendrils of dark energy lashed out, reaching for the core's fragments floating nearby. What's happening? Tony demanded. Rift appeared on top of the arching structure. He grinned, revealing rows of sharp fangs. Time to finish this, Iron Man, he snarled. With the core's fragments, I'll rewrite history myself. And first, I'll start with you. He raised a hand, sending bolts of dark energy toward them. The fight for time was just beginning. Next episode, Iron Man re-enters his true timeline. But now the core's fragments are causing chaos across the globe. Rift is building something, and Iron Man must gather all eyes fast. Will the real Iron Man come through in time? Or is the fate of all realities too much for even the combined might of the Avengers? Find out next time on Iron Man and the Mirror of Tomorrow.